Yeah, I mean, homelessness has been one of the great themes in social cinema. There are really good films from South America, for example. There are really good films in Africa, from Middle East. Lots and lots of good films. In particular, there's a film that I would love to mention. It's called Dokoi Songs from the Bottom, I think is the English title. It's a Japanese film made in 1975. It runs for slightly over 2 hours. It's a documentary. It was all filmed in one place called Dokoi, which I think that's the name of the place, which is a square kilometer in a Japanese city. I think it's Tokyo, I might be wrong. But the filmmaker Ogawa and his team slept rough and in what they call doss houses, etc., for several years making this film. And so they followed a bunch of people who were living in extremely limited circumstances. The film's a masterpiece. A number of the real people die during the making of the film, and we see all that happening. And it's one of the most committed and intense social films ever, regardless of the particular subset, which is the homelessness issue. And the subtitle of the film, Songs from the Bottom, indicates that what it tries to do, it tries to sort of almost make a song of each life that we meet. And so it's got a slightly musical or symphonic quality to it. It's almost impossible to see. I once showed it in Sheffield it must be about 8 years ago now, and I think 3 people showed up to it, and yet it's one of the greatest films on this subject.
Great. Yeah, and that's a really interesting paradox of, well, not paradox, but contradiction of like a musical, but you're dealing with hard-hitting things.
And a musical in that a tribute to the life rhythms of these people, and you know, some filmmakers can make films simply by parachuting into a world for a while, but Ogawa and his team really lived it for a long time. In his previous films, they'd lived 10 years with the people that they're filming, and this time it was at least 2, I think. And so when you immerse yourself in a world that much, it really pays